If you're an African and your plans are to travel and go to work in the United Arab Emirates, Dubai, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, I'm sorry to say this, but something is wrong with you. I'm going to explain in this video. I'm going to tell you what is happening right now to Africans who are in these countries, especially in Dubai. Okay, that is generally the United Arab Emirates, and you're going to decide for yourself. So if you are thinking to go to those Middle East countries, kindly watch this video to the end and just take it out of your system. It's something that you need to take out of your system. I'm not trying to convince you. I'm going to give you facts. I have lived in the United Arab Emirates for over 4 years, and I have faced more than I ever thought possible. Like in only 4 years, the things I have faced, I cannot explain it. But I'm gonna tell you what is happening right now and why you shouldn't even consider it. You can think of other countries, but please don't consider the United Arab Emirates. You are better off in Africa, 100%. Financially, you are far better off in Africa than in those countries. Trust me on that. So I'm going to talk about what is happening recently. When amnesty came, I don't know if some of you have heard about it. Some of you don't even know what amnesty means. Some people who actually know what amnesty as an organization does, they don't know on a deeper level when someone is literally waiting for amnesty. Do you understand it? Because if you are in Africa, you have never traveled to another country, you have never needed amnesty. You don't understand how or what that actually means for someone to need amnesty to come to their rescue. Do you know what that means? And in this case, it's not even an advantage that amnesty came in to rescue people from the United Arab Emirates. No, it is not. The fact is, the government of United Arab Emirates is exploiting amnesty. I don't know, of course, the whole semantics of whatever and the arrangements between amnesty as an organization and the United Arab Emirates. Or in a way, they are actually helping. But the exploitation part of it is this. You know, there are so many people from Asia and from Africa who are living right now in the United Arab Emirates, and every day more people are coming because we all know the biggest airplane company, which is Emirates. Yeah, Emirates. Every day they are picking people from Africa and into the United Arab Emirates. People are paying for flights, so the business has to continue. People are being brought into the country every single day. Asians, if you go at arrival and planes are landing from India, you'd be like, where are all these people going? Yes, and some people have arrived in hope to start a new life in the United Arab Emirates. So how they're exploiting amnesty is this. So many people have ended up not getting jobs like they had hoped when they traveled to the United Arab Emirates. So they ended up in overstay. They have not paid for their residence visa. They have not renewed their visas, and eventually they are in overstay. Amnesty came in to clear everyone's overstay and help people, those who want to leave the country freely. Like, you cannot just leave a country if you're in overstay. They will hold you and you're required to pay the overstay fines, or they'll ban you. Some people end up in prison. This will depend on how much your overstay fines are. So amnesty coming in seems like a good thing. Yeah, it is an advantage because, you know, people are not looking over their shoulders anymore, and they can leave the country freely. They can renew their visas because now they don't have to pay the overstay fines. All that good stuff. Yeah. At first it was for only 2 months. So for 2 months, it would have been enough time, more than enough time really, for people to clear all these things, because instantly when amnesty was effected, anyone's overstay fines were clear. So all people had to do were buy a ticket, leave the country, or, you know, go renew your visa, which also involved leaving the country because you cannot renew your visa in country in the United Arab Emirates anymore. You have to first travel outside of the UAE and then come back in. Then you have a new visa, of course, when you come back in. So this was going to happen for 2 months, which was more than enough time. But obviously, like I said, I know this might be speculation because it's my own opinion. I think the United Arab Emirates government wanted amnesty to to motivate especially Africans to leave the country. So as soon as amnesty came in, police raids started. My God, police raid after another. It was like too much. And the sad part for me when it comes to Africans is that everyone gets used to the situation and people accept it as the new normal. How can that be something like a new normal? Like I have to always be looking over my shoulder even though I have ID. When amnesty came in, I immediately cleared my overstay fines, got an ID, and decided to be on the right side for the very first time. I was running about for a very long time and it was the life, I had accepted that as the new normal. When I would see the police there, I would take that route. It was the new normal for me and that was okay. But right now I get an ID and I'm like, you know what? I'm finally living the life. I am best in the UAE, best in Dubai. I have my ID. No, the raids. When the police raids started, I was like, no, that's enough. When they came to my building and woke me up in my sleep, in my little studio apartment that I had literally just paid for, I was like, no, this is not the way to live. This is not the way to live. I'm a smart person. I went to school. I graduated from medical school. I am not supposed to be subjected to this kind of life. I'm out. So that's how my decision came in. That's why I'm telling you, I feel like amnesty was brought to exploit the situation and push Africans out. When even right now, right now the police raids are very much worse. Almost every single night I get news, friends are calling me, telling me that, hey, they've come to a building. People are running up and down trying to run away from the situation. You feel like, yeah, maybe because I live in Dera, let me move to Abu Hail. You move to Abu Hail and guess what? They're gonna come to Abu Hail as well. You move anywhere as long as it's a building which is mostly occupied by Africans, the police is going to be there. The saddest part is that you cannot even easily choose to live anywhere. As an African, you cannot, because when you try to rent all these other maybe nicer places, say in JVC, they'll tell you, no, we don't rent to Africans. Racism, plain and simple. And it's a whole situation, and I feel like someone needs to talk about this. I feel like we need to talk about this. If we don't, so many other Africans are going to spend money. Some people sell land in Uganda. So many people sell land to travel to the UAE. So many people are going to end up losing their savings in hopes of being able to make some money abroad. So we need to talk about this. I've told you, so many Asians are coming in every single day and the racism is very much open. It's not a secret. It's one of the things that you have to accept once you reach the UAE. Racism in your face, you just accept it. It becomes the new normal. So imagine they would prefer to hire an Asian and you are black, your skin is black, and more Asians are coming every day. I want you to reason this out for yourself. Reason this with me. What do you think is going to happen? Mind you, contracts in the United Arab Emirates are only 2 years. So after 2 years, instead of they renewing your contract, there is an Asian who literally just came in, so they would prefer them to you. It doesn't matter if you have worked so much for this company. No, it really does not. It doesn't matter. As long as your skin is black, you're gonna be out. You're going to be pushed out. So eventually, whether you have had a job, you're not stable, you're gonna lose that job anytime. I don't know how best to convince someone. I don't know what more I need to tell you. All these things I'm telling you are facts. And this is not even the worst of it, This is not the worst of it. Some people are in prison. They have committed no crime, but they've ended up in prison because they are black. So as you think about traveling to the United Arab Emirates, as you think about going to the Middle East, in any Middle East country, I want you to consider this video. I want you to think about what might be your future.